Okay.
Wait, what?
What?
What are you doing?
Told you we're doing The Lost World this week.
The Lost World?
Yeah. The original 1925 silent movie, The Lost World.
What?
Based off Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's original novel, the inspiration for King Kong.
Oh.
What the hell did you think I meant?
I thought you meant Jurassic Park, The Lost World. You know, the one people actually know.
Oh, that would have made more sense now, wouldn't it? You know, the funniest thing about this DVD is it's like every once in a while you just come across this movie's definitely not a lie.
Yeah.
This copy of The Lost World's got the Jurassic Park font and everything. It even says the original tale of living dinosaurs of the Jurassic Age. It's like my copy of the original The Batman movie serial, which has the same coloring as Batman Begins. It even says, "See how Batman really began." Why is everything a lie?
I don't know, because people are dumb and Walmart's always trying to get you to buy an old movie because it's not in, what is it?
Public domain?
Yeah, something like that.
It's in the public domain?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we are talking about...
The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Yes, Jurassic Park, The Lost World.
No.
So.
Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Oh, it's Lost World, Jurassic Park.
The Lost World, Jurassic Park. It's a weird title.
Okay.
Jurassic Park, The Lost World probably would make more sense, but it's called The Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, because I think on streaming, when I looked it up, it literally said Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World.
Well, that's wrong.
Yeah.
My Blu-ray is right.
Yeah. So, Bill, what do you think of Jurassic Park? What do you think of The Lost World, Jurassic Park?
Well, you almost got it right that time.
Yes.
I mean, this is still my second or third favorite Jurassic Park movie. I still really like this movie. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a movie I haven't seen that often, which is weird.
I mean, I watched it a lot growing up. I saw it in the theater. I mean, there was only 2 Jurassic Park movies, so I watched the hell out of both, the first one and this one.
Yeah, I think I've really only seen, like, the first one a lot. But I remember when I was a kid, like, I had a friend, and he brought, like, the movie over to my house, and we were trying to watch it, but I don't know, for whatever reason, we just weren't into it. And then I just, like, saw it later.
I remember bringing this to a friend's house. His name was also Chris.
Oh my God.
And we watched it though.
Yeah.
It wasn't you though.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been weird.
It's
wait
like,
a minute, were you?
It's like, wait a minute, Chris? Bill? Oh my God, I haven't seen you in 15 years.
Were you in Miss Steinette's second grade class?
No.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. I don't think I like it as much as the first Jurassic Park, but it's pretty good and kind of weird.
I mean, a little bit.
I feel like more innocent people get killed by dinosaurs than like assholes in this movie.
To be fair, it's kind of the same in the first one too.
Yeah.
Really only one asshole gets eaten, and a mild asshole in the lawyer Gennaro, because he wasn't a complete asshole.
That's true.
Like, the only one who really deserved it was Newman.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. But, you know, another Steven Spielberg Jurassic Park movie, and goddamn, that man does suspense. There are some scenes in this movie that you're just like, even though I've seen it, I'm like, how the heck are they going to get out of this? Oh my God. It's like so tense, so like, oh my God, like, I don't know where you want to start with this movie, but...
I mean, we could just cover the basic premise. You know, it's 4 years after the events of the original Jurassic Park. A British family on a yacht cruise stumbles across an island off of Costa Rica that has dinosaurs on it. The little girl gets attacked by compies.
Yeah.
And Ingen kicks John Hammond out of the company. They take control away from him, and they're like, we're going to exploit all the animals on this other island, Site B, the second island, which might be confusing to people coming in. It's like, wait, why is there a new island?
Yeah.
Like, they kind of hand wave that away. Like, the second island was needed in the second book because the original island was destroyed. They could have just been like, we don't need Site B, we'll just go back to the original island, but they just didn't do that.
Yeah,
They kind of imply that maybe those dinosaurs are dead. There's even a deleted scene that supports that. But, it's a deleted scene, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, they pretty much say, like, well, Site B was where we, like, bred the dinosaurs.
So I guess maybe there's more of them there.
Yeah.
Maybe they just feel it's easier to exploit.
There's some pretty big islands, honestly, to have, like, no people living on them.
Kind of.
Like, seriously, it's just like, you think islands this big people would know about.
I mean, if it's anything like Isla Nublar, they, like, leased it from the Costa Rican government, so it's not like it's an unknown island. It's nobody lives here, can we use this?
Yeah.
Here's some money. Here's a lot of money.
Nobody lives here because it's usually in the path of every hurricane ever.
Nobody told John Hammond that.
Yeah. I feel like when you see John Hammond at the beginning of this movie, he still kind of seems like an asshole. He kind of, I guess, is trying to do better because he's just like, yeah, maybe making a monster island was a bad idea, but at the same time, he's just like, I sent people back to my monster island to take pictures. And then, like,
his heart's in the right place.
Yeah, you forgot, what's his name, Ian Malcolm back, and he's like, wait, you did what?
You sent my girlfriend there? I'll kill you! If you weren't already maybe dying, I'd kill you.
It's kind of funny that he's like, he's almost been like discredited because like everybody, I guess more or less conformed to like whatever the story was about what happened, and he's kind of like, no, he made monsters and they killed people and I was there.
Yeah, he's the only one that like was like, they fucking made dinosaurs and people got eaten.
Yeah.
Everyone else just kept their mouths shut.
Yeah, and of course John Hammond's like, I sent your girlfriend there because you'll have to go again. And hopefully maybe you'll get eaten by a dinosaur this time.
I don't think that was his plan.
I'm just saying, I like to make up my own sinister overtones for John Hammond.
Then read the book.
Yeah.
That John Hammond is very sinister. He probably would have done something like that.
Yeah. Also, I guess one thing you pointed out to me was like I kind of noticed his bedroom. He's got like IV stuff and medical equipment, and you were saying like, oh, he was supposed to originally be dying in this movie or something.
Yeah, like that's sort of the implication there. Like he's having health issues, and the original plan was that he was gonna die at the end, and like it would end with like his funeral or something. But they cut that out. Though the current like, I guess notes or whatever you want to say, supplemental materials for the Jurassic World movies say he did die around this time.
Okay.
And I guess it checks out because we never see him again.
Yeah.
And he only just gets a passing mention in part 3.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess like easy setup, they gotta go to Jurassic Park.
It's not Jurassic Park, it's Site B.
Site B.
To document these animals living undisturbed in the wild before InGen can go and just round them up and bring them to an amusement park in San Diego.
Yeah, it's weird because John Hammond kind of implies that like maybe InGen doesn't know about Site B.
No, they know because their plan is to use it and exploit it. And he blocked them for 4 years, but they used the incident with the little girl to oust him from power. And now they're like, all right, let's exploit those dinosaurs, round them up.
It seems like it would be very hard to keep an island of dinosaurs secret from like, governments and stuff being like, wait, you have an island of dinosaurs and you didn't blow it up?
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
It's a movie.
It's true. But yeah, so they go to Site B for Jurassic Park again, pretty much.
Sort of. They they don't kind of follow some superficial structure, like we get the big T-Rex attack in the middle that involves vehicles, it's raining.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of what would have been the end of the movie, they deal with raptors.
Yeah.
But much like when he made the original Jurassic Park, Steven Spielberg was like, I think this movie needs a little more T-Rex. But he was like, you know what? It needs a lot more T-Rex.
Yeah. So I guess one thing about this movie is it's got like a Vince Vaughn, like a young Vince Vaughn in it that I was like, holy shit, that's Vince Vaughn.
That's the first thing I ever saw him in.
Yeah. And he's kind of like a sort of, I don't know how to describe him, like sort of like a I believe in like the rights of animals type of guy.
Like a Greenpeace. Like, I forget the. Roland Tembo calls him like Earth First type guy.
Yeah.
It's clearly he presents himself initially as just sort of like a nature photographer, but he also has this sort of background in, I guess, vigilante activism.
Yeah. Domestic terrorists.
Not really doing anything domestic.
That's true. Greenpeace terrorists or whatever. He's known for harassing Japanese whaling boats.
Probably.
Because that's like the main thing I think they do.
And that's probably why he's not in the new Jurassic World movie. He was out there in the ocean yelling at the Japanese and he got eaten by the mosasaur.
Maybe. I mean, he did live.
He did live.
Yeah. I mean, he pretty much caused all the problems in this movie, though.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, he really did, because they're there documenting the dinosaurs. We get some shots of Stegosauruses and some of the other dinosaurs. But then we see InGen flies in, and you're like, oh, shit, they're here already. And InGen brings a small army, kind of like Uncharted a little bit, with like, it's just like, where do these guys get these, like, private military companies to work for them?
They're mercenaries.
Yeah. And then we got InGen's being commanded by this awesome hunter guy who's just like, I need a challenge. And that challenge is a T-Rex.
Now, I just showed you his original deleted intro scene.
Yeah.
Don't you wish that was in the movie?
Yeah, it was a really good scene. Just like beats the crap out of some guy acting like an asshole.
Yeah. And they kind of like establish his relationship with that Ajay character a little better. Because he's just kind of there in the movie itself.
Yeah.
Also, it firmly establishes him like, yeah, he's a hunter, but he's like a noble hunter. He's not going to do anything nefarious.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not beneath like blasting an endangered like lion in the face with a shotgun, but I have some honor.
Indeed.
It's kind of like that, like almost like a modern version of like that British like game hunter stereotype character.
Definitely.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of that like Jumanji character, the hunter. Except no, like, elephant rifle or whatever he has.
No, he's just got, like, a shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah, no safari hat and monocle, but...
Nope. Regular glasses and a cowboy hat kind of deal.
Yeah. But pretty cool character. And,
definitely more likable than Nick Van Owen.
Who's... Oh,
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. I was just like, wait, I remember. Yeah, because InGen goes in there and... Honestly, they're getting shit done. They're catching all these dinosaurs pretty quickly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think bringing dinosaurs to the mainland is a good idea.
I mean, clearly not, as the movie progresses.
Yes.
But, yeah, Vince Vaughn, he releases all the dinosaurs. And
they wreck everything. They destroy the camp and the satellites and all the communications gear of the InGen people. But he also finds the baby T-Rex that Roland took to lure out the parent T-Rexes because he wants to kill one of them because it's like, this is the last great hunt. Yeah. A Tyrannosaurus!
I mean, at the same time, Code of Honor yet broke a baby T-Rex's leg and chained it up to lower the father so he could shoot him in the face. You
know what? That's the thing, though. That's another scene that I wish wasn't deleted because he didn't break the baby T-Rex's leg.
Oh.
So the InGen group is actually... The real leader is Peter Ludlow, whatever. John Hammond's dickhead nephew.
Yeah.
He's the one that spearheaded the exploitation of Site B, kicking Hammond out of power. He's there on the island for some reason. In a deleted scene, he accidentally broke the baby T-Rex's leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he like fell on it or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so that's like at the end of the movie, skipping ahead, when the adult T-Rex breaks his leg with his jaw, it was karma.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know why they cut that out. Maybe the scene, maybe it was just like issues with the animatronic puppetry. Maybe it just didn't look right. It looked weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's kind of hurting the Roland character, though, because it makes it look like he broke the baby's leg.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't do that. This guy doesn't seem like he would do that.
Yeah. But it's interesting.
Because I remember, I should say this, I read the comic adaptation as a kid, and some of these deleted scenes are in that, like Roland's introduction and the other guy breaking the freaking baby's leg.
Huh.
So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, wait, I remember that guy breaking oh, wait, that was in the comic.
Yeah. One thing I noticed too when the InGen guys show up and they have all the vehicles and stuff, I'm just like, I remember all those toys.
I remember those toy commercials.
Yeah, I remember the cars with like the seats that come out of the side and the little things that catch the dinosaurs.
I don't remember if I had a Jeep for this one or not. I might have. I did have a bunch of dinosaurs and whatnot, though.
Yeah. I remember a friend of mine had like a couple of those vehicles where you would catch the dinosaurs in and whatever, and I was just like, oh yeah.
And the seat popping out of the side. So many toys in the 90s had that.
Yeah, it felt like definitely this one was more like, hey kids, buy the toys. Even though the first one was kind of like that too, but this one just had a little bit more with like the weirder vehicles in there.
Maybe, but they're also practical to the situation at hand.
Yeah.
It's just because we grew up in that era and had some of those toys or saw those commercials, we just like, yeah, I remember those toys. Those are toys.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just as easily not made those toys, but they did. So.
Yeah. But Vince Vaughn, biggest villain in the movie, takes the baby T-Rex.
Second biggest.
Second, right. You're right. John Hammond.
John Hammond's nephew.
Yeah, John Hammond's nephew.
Then it's John Hammond's nephew, Nick Van Owen, and John Hammond.
I feel like it's John Hammond.
Okay, fine. He's like the Emperor. Then it's Peter Ludlow's like Darth Vader. Nick Van Owen's, I don't know, Tarkin, or no, maybe he's more like Jabba the Hutt because he's kind of his own thing. And then I don't know, Roland Tembo's like Han Solo.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
And I don't know, I guess Malcolm is Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
not everything can work with Star Wars.
It's so dumb that, Vince Vaughn takes that baby T-Rex back to their freaking hideout. The thing's like crying, and it's a really, like, you feel really bad for the baby T-Rexes crying.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, the sound it's making and everything.
I like that Malcolm's daughter is just like, no.
Oh yeah, she's immediately like, we have to get somewhere high.
Yeah, and he takes her up to the hide with Eddie, and she's like freaking out. It's just like all those stories he told me. He's like, this is nothing like that. Cue T-Rex roar in the distance, and Malcolm's like, oh, fuck.
Man, that whole scene with them on that, whatever that vehicle is, that truck train.
RV thing.
Yeah, where, it's Nick, Malcolm, and Malcolm's girlfriend, I think Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like trapped in there, and the T-Rex is trying to get the baby, and the thing is like falling off the cliff. Well, actually, the thing's falling off the cliff after the T-Rex first attacks it, and man, that poor guy Eddie, he does everything he can to save them, and then eventually just gets eaten by a T-Rex.
He gets ripped in like half.
Right, by the two of them.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God damn it, Eddie, why?
You didn't deserve that.
Yeah. What happened to your silver gun at the beginning of the movie?
It got stuck in a net.
Yeah.
In the pointless netting that the chairs in the car had.
That whole scene is like, how are they going to get out of this? It's just like, it's so tense. It's a really good scene, but...
You got that great moment where Sarah's like on the glass and it's just like slowly cracking.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Imagine having vertigo and watching that and you're like, no.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That whole scene is just... It's like after that scene, it's just like, I need to go to the bathroom now. It's so tense. But, yeah, and, Eddie gets eaten by the T-Rex and... The thing still falls, but at least they had the rope and it like falls around them and into like, the ocean with like the rocks and stuff. And it's just like, God damn. So intense.
Yeah. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
And, they join with what's left of the engine. I think none of them were dead yet, but the engine group to go to a facility on the other side of the island where they could find a radio, call for help.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, there's a scene where, like, there's some, like, asshole mercenary guy that doesn't really do much except, like, kind of get yelled at by the hunter guy, Roland.
Yeah.
And he goes into the woods to presumably take a dump.
Yeah.
And
he goes a little too far to the woods.
Yeah, that
it's
he
like,
gets
you're
lost.
in a jungle with dinosaurs. You're going to go that far from everybody?
Yeah, and he gets attacked by the compies.
Which is kind of set up as a karmic thing because he electrocutes one earlier.
Yeah.
For no good reason.
Yeah. I'm like, Still not as good as a man being eaten on a toilet by a T-Rex, but I guess like it's close. But
That scene is kind of terrifying because they're just like swarming him.
I think one of the most terrifying parts is he gets them all off him first, and then like they all like are just lined up, and like he looks at them, and he like starts walking away, and they all start following him, and then he like turns around, screams at them, they all like scatter, but then they all just come back.
Yeah.
I mean, like when they finally get him, you don't see them like really
Just the blood
eat
flowing.
him. Yeah, the blood flowing in the river, and it's just
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's loosely him fall because he like falls down like a hill. It's kind of inspired by the death of John Hammond in the original book.
Okay.
But John Hammond's an old man. He like sprained his ankle or broke his ankle or whatever, and then he was just done after that.
Yeah.
This guy, he's just like fleeing for his life for a good 5 minutes, and it's just like, jeez. There's like that one shot where one of them just like biting his lip, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, he actually tears that one off, but like I was just like, oh
Yeah.
jeez, those little things.
And like that's like it was like a puppet too, so it feels real.
Yeah, yeah, those things are crazy. I guess like after that we got the scenes with the raptors.
Well, before that, we have a moment where they kind of realize that he's gone missing. So Roland and a couple others go looking for him, and there's like a nice little character moment where Roland's like, "Nobody tell the little girl."
Yeah,
And then like he goes off and he catches up with them later that night when everybody's sleeping. It's like Malcolm asks like, "Did you find him?" He's like, "Just the parts they didn't like."
yeah.
And then we get another T-Rex attack because Sarah's still wearing a jacket covered in blood,
oh
the
yeah,
baby's blood, and T-Rexes are vengeful.
Yeah, man, the T-Rex is right. It like sticks its head right into the tent. Like,
Yeah, that seems kind of scary.
just like oh,
Just that
jeez.
big robot T-Rex head. It looks so great.
Yeah,
Oh man! And then we got there's like a great moment. One of the because there's two Rexes now. There's a male and a female, Mama, Papa, and they're mad. One of them chases him to a waterfall. One poor bastard gets just stomped.
yeah, that's right. He gets stomped a couple times
Yeah.
because he like gets stuck on the hand. and,
Yeah.
like, it goes up and down, and I was just like, damn.
I know. There's something about that just felt like, oh god.
I think the fact that he gets stepped on, but like then it's stuck on the foot.
And like
for-
he's still flailing, so he's not dead yet.
Yeah. It's just like, oh no.
And like a bunch of them get into the waterfall, and then that one dumb bastard gets the snake down his shirt. He's like, ah, a snake! Oh no, I forgot about the dinosaur!
There's the other paleontologist guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Like these Jurassic Park movies are kind of like slasher movies, except with like dinosaurs.
Yes. And that's when they're kind of at their best sometimes.
Yeah.
I think they lose that a little bit in some of the later ones where it's just like either not enough people get eaten or just like the wrong people get eaten.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes you know, it's okay for a character I don't hate to get eaten. But it's also okay for a character I hate to get eaten.
Yeah.
It's fine. You can do both. I didn't hate the paleontologist. I felt bad when he got eaten.
Yeah, he was kind of just there. And
Yeah.
honestly, his choice was like highly venomous snake bite or eaten by a T-Rex.
He didn't really have much of an option there. He was kind of fucked either way, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending on the kind of snake that was.
I mean, that snake had colors on it. That typically means venomous.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess he was kind of fucked no matter what,
Yeah.
huh? Probably should have chose the venom. It would have probably been less painful.
I don't know. Unless it was
He was
venom-
eaten by a T-Rex alive!
That's true. I mean, if the T-Rex like bites you in the right way, though.
He grabbed him by the arm first!
Yeah, that. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, snake bite probably would have been better.
Plus, you know, maybe he's lucky he can suck the venom out.
Maybe.
Or maybe just the snake just doesn't bite him.
Yeah.
We don't know because he got eaten by a dinosaur.
Oh man, yeah. Too the T-Rex when it sticks its head in the waterfall and it's like sticks its tongue out and everything.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh my god.
Funny thing with the T-Rex in the waterfall, that's something from the first book that happens with Lex and Tim getting chased, and there's like a thing with the tongue too.
Huh.
And I also remember watching the making of stuff where like Stan Winston is like in the first movie, I told you we can't get this thing wet, so you insisted on rain, and now you're insisting we shove it into a waterfall. Damn it, Steven, why?
Yeah.
Stop making my electronics get wet.
Oh man.
But then that leads to what was, I guess, it was supposed to be the original third act, or at least part of the third act, was the long grass, and then there's fucking raptors.
Yeah. Just like as we know from like the other movie, the raptors, they're like smart. They hunt in packs.
Yeah.
There's like a lot more of them.
Oh yeah, they're very stealthy at first. They're just picking off motherfuckers left and right.
Yeah.
They don't really play up the intelligence in this one. They just don't really have the time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, fucking run, raptors.
Yeah, I think when the raptor stuff is happening too, like that's also when like Roland is like time to hunt that like T-Rex.
Well, the T-Rex is attacking the camp, and he goes for his shotgun thing, but Nick Van Owen sawed off the tips of the bullets, it seems.
I think he just like took the,
tips,
shells out.
Yeah, he took the shells out, just left some empty shells in there.
Why?
I know, it's like, he's not hunting the T-Rex anymore.
Yeah, it's just like, what the hell is your problem? It's like...
What if like a different scenario happened, and he was about to save Malcolm's daughter's life, and then, and then she got eaten by a raptor?
Yeah, it's like that dumb guy in Futurama that like wants to save the ape, like over Leela. It's just like, what are you doing, dude? This is like a kill or be killed situation with these animals.
Seriously. But he tranks it instead.
Yeah.
And that leads to what happens later. Meanwhile, Vince Vaughn calls in the rescue chopper. I do like seeing the little mural of the original Jurassic Park on the wall. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, it kind of confused me though, because like, does this say Beeb? Like, this was the part that wasn't supposed to be open to the public, but
yeah,
I
but
guess
they're like, it's like encouragement to we're like, this is what we're working towards, guys.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, it's only 4 years in between, so I can't even call it nostalgia bait.
Yeah, that's true. I will say when the raptors are chasing them, I always remember the scene with like with Ian's daughter, and she's like, gymnastics powers activate.
At least it got set up.
Yeah, and then he's like, they let you off the team. Why? Kicks the raptor in the face.
That raptor got impaled too. That fucker's dead.
Yeah, that was like Mortal Kombat fatality.
Yeah.
Like,
I think she's the first person in any of these movies to kill a dinosaur.
yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Shit. Yeah, I don't think any dinosaurs died by hands of a person until like Jurassic World. Yeah, congratulations, Kelly.
Yeah.
You killed a dinosaur. Good job.
Highest power level of all Jurassic Park characters so far.
Especially the kid characters.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, for a kid character, she doesn't seem to get it as bad as the little boy from Jurassic Park 1. Like,
well, because she has a protective father from minute one.
that's true, and because her father is Ian, she's kind of like smarter than the average kid too.
Yes.
I do like, there's like one scene at the beginning of the movie where he's like, oh, you're going to say with so-and-so, and she's just like, she doesn't even have Sega. And I'm like, man, I remember saying stuff like that.
It's like, yeah, it was the 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point, you'd probably be leaning more towards Nintendo. Like 97 over Sega.
I mean, it depends. I guess, yeah, Nintendo 64 might have been out by now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's
Yeah.
1996, but yeah, I guess this movie came out like later than but when it was shot. It was like Sega.
Still,
And Steven Spielberg, he's just like, what do kids like? Sega. Okay.
it's not that egregious.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's not like she was just like, I want to play the Jaguar.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? They don't even have 3DO.
At least people still liked Sega at the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least Sega Genesis.
Yeah. Most people didn't know there was another Sega.
I don't think I knew for a while.
Yeah. It's like everybody was just like Sega Genesis, and then they're like, hey, like, I wonder why Sega never made another system, and then Dreamcast came out. And then Dreamcast failed.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Still don't know what happened to my Sega Dreamcast.
I wouldn't know anything about that, Bill.
Chris, did you steal my Sega Dreamcast?
I didn't steal. I liberated it.
Give that back.
No.
Why?
Because I actually play it.
It's mine.
Not anymore.
I demand compensation.
You already got compensation, you asshole. I bought it from you years ago.
Just because you bought it fair and square doesn't mean I can't renege on the deal.
I've changed the terms of the deal. Pray that I do not change them again. Yeah. Anything else on the island we should talk about?
I think we covered most of it. I mean, once they get off the island, we lose a few characters. We see Kelly briefly at the very end, but Roland's gone.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn's gone. A bunch of people are dead.
Yeah, John Hammond's like,
John Hammond.
nephew kind of tells Roland, like, hey, there's a job for you at the park. And he's just like, dude, I'm done with this.
My friend died.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It's like, you suck, man.
I'm out. Done.
It's like, I hope you get eaten by a T-Rex.
Well, he didn't say that, but I imagine he felt it.
Said it with his eyes.
But yeah, they take the adult T-Rex and they go back for the baby too because they just couldn't leave well enough alone.
Yeah.
And then we get almost another movie.
Yeah, seriously. Like another movie that kind of happens in like hyperspeed.
Kind of.
Where he's like immediately like, hey, we're opening Jurassic Park in San Diego and we're just waiting for the boat to come in because the park is pretty close to the dock.
Oh, it's already here? Okay. Whoa, that was fast. What do you mean? Also, I think there's a King Kong shout out. I think the boat, it's called the Venture, which I think might be the boat from King Kong.
Oh, okay. That would be a nice little touch.
Yeah, that seems like a Spielberg thing.
The scene where the boat just like collides with like the dock is kind of weird. Because, you know, it's clearly like something killed the crew on board of the ship. But the T-Rex is still like locked up in the cage.
Well, we see it. The cage is going up and down, so maybe it must have came out, went ballistic, kind of wandered back down, and like whoever was like on the thing maybe like died,
right?
Trying to shut it back in there, but like probably bled out because we only see their arm. We don't see if it's like a severed arm or anything like that.
Yeah, we see the hand on like the steering wheel, but yeah, when the boat just crashes into the dock, it's pretty crazy. I almost think like one thing that would have been a little interesting, but maybe it would have like upped the ante just a little bit more is because like the T-Rex was in the, you know, ship's cargo hold. At first I was like, wait, did the T-Rex kill everybody? Like, I think it would have been like interesting if it was just like, oh no, there's also a bunch of compies on board too, and they killed everybody.
You never know.
Yeah.
But T-Rex goes on a rampage in San Diego.
Yeah, and it's more of a rampage than I originally thought.
It starts out slow, you know. It kills a dog.
Yeah.
That's like one of the rules. You don't kill a dog, but he ate that dog.
I mean, it's pretty intense that like, not only does he eat the dog, like you see him like finishing eating the dog, and like the dog's like chain and house is hanging from its mouth.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god.
Like we don't see it, but it's. Oh God!
Yeah,
that dog, he's dead.
Seriously.
And then like it's running amok. It bites a traffic light. It hits a bus. Bus crashes into a Blockbuster, which has like some pretty funny freeze frame bonus jokes if you pause it and look at like the movie posters because it's like King Lear starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Huh. Interesting.
There's like some kind of Jack and the Beanstalk Robin Williams thing and. Some kind of Tom Hanks surfer movie.
Oh, okay, because the Robin Williams thing that said Jack, I just thought it was for that movie Jack for some reason, but...
Nope, it's not.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. They're like fake posters.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, the T-Rex just randomly eats a couple of people on the street, too.
Yeah, there's that one poor bastard, and, you know, can't help but have a little Godzilla homage. We see some, like, Japanese people go like, oh, come on!
Yeah. It's like, at least this thing doesn't breathe fire.
And, you know, Malcolm and Sarah, I get the idea of just like, we'll find the kid. He'll chase after the kid. We'll lure back to the boat.
Yeah. Malcolm's got like a cool car he drives around in the last act of the movie, too. Yeah, they use the baby to lead it back to the cargo hold.
And Peter Ludlow stupidly follows them and gets eaten because of it.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, he goes down into the cargo hole for some reason.
That baby will save his business.
Yeah, because I do love how they get the baby into the cargo hole, immediately run off, and then just jump off the ship. They, like, just run past them. like while he's like trying to talk to him and everything.
There's a fucking T-Rex coming.
Yeah, they're just like, nope, see you later.
You think one of them would be like, run, you idiot!
Yeah. It's a pretty crazy finale.
Oh, seriously.
It's kind of like a pretty ridiculous finale too.
I think it's better than what we could have ended up with, because we would have like the raptor stuff and then like some stuff with pteranodons, and like a pteranodon would attack like the helicopter. I think a T-Rex rampage is much more exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing. And yeah, I don't know what else I can say about this movie. It's a good movie. I feel like it might not be as memorable as the first movie.
No, I mean that's a tough bar to reach.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have ever quite gotten to
I
that.
mean, no man sitting on a toilet being eaten by a T-Rex.
Yes, you and the fucking man in the toilet.
It's a great scene.
This is also the last movie to be based completely on a book, even though it's pretty different.
Yeah.
Like the book, there's similar elements, but half the book is like let's find this weird lost world. Like Site B is a mystery. They don't know about Site B because InGen's gone in the book.
Okay,
Like
that
it
makes
collapsed.
sense. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's like, how would they not collapse after what happened?
Yeah.
And
And the original island was completely destroyed, but like they're finding bodies. They find like a tag. It says Site B. What the fuck does this mean? Somebody follows the clues, figures it out, finds the island, gets stranded there. So Malcolm has to lead people to rescue him. This is a different character that's not even in the movie, named Richard Levin, I think. Like she's involved, but she's not involved with Malcolm. There is a Kelly, but she's not Malcolm's daughter. She's also not black, but there's a black boy with her named Arby. Kind of like smashed them together.
okay.
There's no Nick Van Owen. There is an Eddie. There's a different character as well. Eddie still dies, but he gets eaten by raptors. The high hide is there, but he falls off of it into the raptors. The trailers are there too. The whole thing with the T-Rex baby getting injured happens. But instead of like InGen people coming in to round up dinosaurs, the Dotson guy who's in the first movie, and a couple people come to the island just to steal eggs.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably a much smarter thing to do.
Yeah.
Much easier. Probably safer.
Yeah, for sure. Is the hunter guy in it? Roland?
Completely movie character.
Okay. Yeah. It sounds like the second book is a lot different.
Oh, yeah. Like, other than the beats I just mentioned, it pretty much, it's its own story. There's obviously no San Diego Rampage. That was all Spielberg.
Yeah.
And at the end of the book, they escape the island, and they kind of determine, yeah, I think these dinosaurs are slow. They're not reaching their full growth. They're kind of dying young. I think the dinosaurs are going to go extinct again.
Huh.
Because like there's like a genetic defect, and like they're all kind of like inheriting it.
Yeah.
Or like a disease or something.
It's not just the lysine deficiency
No,
that they kind of immediately dismiss.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're getting it from like soybean and stuff, and the predators are getting it from eating the animals that are eating it.
And let us never speak of it again. We're done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of ends on like a little bittersweet note as far as the dinosaurs are concerned, as opposed to the movie where it's like John Hammond's like, if we could all just step aside, life will find a way. Look, these dinosaurs. Please ignore the flying pterosaurs that will easily escape.
Yeah. Easily fly to the mainland and
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
start wreaking havoc.
But that doesn't happen in this movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't even happen in the next movie.
It's kind of weird that it doesn't happen.
I always figured that after The Lost World, the next most logical step was, even after Jurassic Park 3, I'm like, so just gotta have dinosaurs on the mainland at this point.
Yeah.
But we're only just now getting to that.
Yeah, it's weird. I haven't seen Jurassic World in a while, and I know Jurassic World, it's not InGen that is...
InGen's around, but they were like bought by another company.
Okay. Johnson & Johnson.
Maserati, I think is the name.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a pharma company.
I assume so.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the movie. And
I think my last comment is I remember the movie had the tagline, "Something has survived," which never made any sense to me, but it makes perfect sense for the book.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, definitely.
Lost World, Jurassic Park. Second or third best Jurassic Park movie still.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that and Jurassic World are kind of like...
It's a pretty good follow-up to the first movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think it benefits from having Spielberg behind the camera.
Yeah.
It definitely does. All those glorious Stan Winston animatronics, beautiful as always.
The suspense.
Oh, definitely.
Man's the master of it. It's like you're like so nervous for the characters in some scenes in this movie. Just like, how are these people going to get out of this situation?
By running.
Until some of them don't, and they just get eaten by dinosaurs. But
yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy, crazy movie. But that's the Out of Touch podcast for this week. Thanks for watching, and yeah, go have a good night and watch Jurassic Park: Lost World. Lost World, Jurassic Park.
Hey, you got it right this time. Good job.
Thanks.